This is Rupa here. I'm from Bangalore. Currently, I'm in Netherlands. I'm working for a company called Avalon. It's IoT-based company. So I have around 5 years of experience in manual and automation testing. So currently, I'm working both on manual and automation testing. So my plan is to have some good knowledge on Azure DevOps. So that's the reason I'm here. So I have a minimal knowledge on Azure. Like I'm using Azure Cloud, but like not much into it. Yeah, that's it, Mamta.
Yeah, hi Rupa.
Yeah.
So you are like, where exactly you're using the Azure cloud in the current project?
In the current project is like just for deploying the code.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
Yeah, deploying the
Okay.
code from acceptance, like from dev to acceptance and to the production.
Hmm, hmm,
Uh,
hmm.
yeah. So
Means you
already
are
some.
doing any validations on the cloud part as well. So, and
No,
then,
no, no,
okay.
Mamta, no validation, just deploying the code. And we have a IoT simulator in our company. So I'm using that simulator, creating the containers, and once the simulator is have executed,
Hmm,
send some messages to the cloud, and
hmm.
once the job is done, deleting the container. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And whatever the automation scripts that you have, right? So, how exactly you are trying to execute?
I'm just running in the virtual machine. That's it. I'm not using
Hmm,
any cloud.
okay. Sure.
I'm whole and soul the only tester or software test engineer in our company.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay. Cool. So,
So
Ganesh,
I
other.
want to overcome that fear which I have for the Azure like cloud part. So that is the reason. The knowledge and that fear, I want to overcome that. Frankly
Okay.
speaking.
Got it. So you are planning for any certifications once the course is done parallelly from the
Yeah.
course?
Yeah, of course, Mamta. So in
Yeah.
Europe, it's like a
Mm,
mandatory thing, or it's like a must
mm,
for
mm, mm,
a job. It's a like must. And Azure, they mostly prefer more than AWS. They prefer for Azure,
mm.
and like from if you're from any background, like maybe developer, testing,
Yes,
or
yes.
operations, they mostly prefer at least they should have a 900 Azure 900.
Yes.
Like what I experienced from my experience, I'm telling you, like I had applied for so many companies, like they are mostly into this Azure 900,
Mm,
or else like you have like myself, I have a 5 years experience, right? They
mm,
would expect us to have a knowledge on DevOps as well. They are expecting for 400 as well. So
okay.
even my
Got it.
like agenda is my goal is to crack this 400 and
Mm.
plus all the basics like 900 is it
900 and you
900
can go with
104
the
and yeah
104.
400. Yeah,
Yeah.
more than certification, my thing like my idea is to have that knowledge and that confidence, like I
Mm,
can
mm.
survive anywhere, like I can get the job anywhere, like I want to have that confidence in me.
Got it. But one more thing, what I just faced is like, so when you work also, so sometimes what happens, like you will be concentrating only on that particular module, but a few other concepts we might be missing. But when you learn as part of a course, or when we learn in the point of certification, right? So we'll be learning in the organized way. So you will be knowing the complete idea about the module, so that is going to give you more idea for you.
Hmm.
Yeah, so let's get into the demo. So hi Mukhai.
Hey, Mamatha, hi.
Hi. Yeah.
Good evening.
Sorry.
Sorry for joining late. I'm actually
No problem.
parallel in the office
Hmm.
meeting.
No problem. Sorry if I'm misspelling your name.
No, you can call me Basha. That is simple.
Yeah, Bhasha. Cool, it will be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let us just.
Yeah, Mamta, if you don't mind, like, can you also introduce yourself? Like, uh,
Yeah, definitely. So myself, Mamatha. So currently, I'm working in Bangalore. I'm working for one of the product-based company. So I have around 12 plus years of experience. Initially, I worked in the testing domain. So after currently, I'm working on the DevOps domain.
Hmm.
So related to the teaching, so since 2 plus years, I'm taking sessions on the DevOps. So I had been certified with some of the certifications, like I have done AZ 900 and basic one. So and even related to the AI and also related to the DevOps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just start. So as part of the course, like mainly we are concentrating on the AZ 900. Means it's not exactly certification oriented, but just to make ourselves comfortable and to understand the concepts in an organized way. So we had segregated from as a level 1, level 2, and level 3. So in the level 1, so we are going to start with the fundamentals. So we here, as part of fundamentals, we are going to see all the basic features which are available as part of the Azure portal. So when we go into the, we know, so Azure offers plenty of the services which I want. So what are the different services that we can get? Like we can just get it as the infrastructure as a service, so we can just get it as a platform as a service, and we can get few services completely direct services. Like one of the complete software as a service is the ADO board that we'll be getting. So Azure Dev Board, the board which we'll be getting. So that is one of the complete service that we will get. So where exactly we can do our project management, and we can create various kinds of pipelines and manage our source code. So we can just play plenty things over there. So here, so as part of the portal, so we'll try to explore the basic services here, which are all present. So basically, when we go to the different services, we can see various different types of the databases that we can create, and virtual machines how exactly create. And also when you wanted to create the various services, if you wanted to get the services also, so there is a direct way where exactly you can go to the portal and you can try to create it. So other than that, you can connect with the cloud shell. So from there you can run the commands, so you can try to create a various kind of a resources from here as well. So apart from that, we'll be getting Azure CLI, so which we can try to configure locally, and we can try to install our resources. And then we can use infrastructure as a code services. Like we'll be using Terraform, or else from the Azure itself, we'll be getting different types of the templates, ARM templates we'll be getting. So we can try to deploy our resources by using the ARM template as well, ARM templates as well. So as part of the fundamentals, so we are going to basic thing we are going to concentrate, like so what exactly the different types basic about the cloud. So why exactly the um, organizations moving towards the cloud, and what are the different services that we'll be getting cloud if we move from on premises to the cloud. So what are the benefits that we'll be getting? So basically we can just segregate that in the form of scalability, availability, and recovery point of view, reliability. So what are these, how exactly we can achieve when we move to the cloud? So we are going to discuss on that. So apart from that, the basic services, like, so as I told, so we'll be having infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service, and then software as a service. What exactly segregating these services, and when we go to each service, what exactly Azure provides for that particular service, and what are the key concepts of these services that we are going to create, we are going to discuss. And very basics about kind of when we talk about more, we are going to talk about infrastructure, when we talk infrastructure as a service, we are going to talk about the virtual mission and the virtual mission scale set. And when we talk about the platform as a service, we are going to cover most of the services. Like we are going to cover how to create an app service, and also how exactly container instances we can try to create, and AKS we can try to create, and Azure functions that we can try to create, and also how to connect with these services which we are going to do. And once we create a services, doing the networking configurations is also the key role that we have to play. So what exactly the networking we are going to create, inside the networking, so we can create a subnets, we can create an NSG, and after that we can try to do the network peering, so we can do plenty. Okay, so what exactly all this? So here, as part of fundamentals, basic things like why exactly, what exactly the service is required, how to create this service individually, we are going to check it. So then we are going to create main thing. So when any organizations looks for the cloud, so apart from the uh, resource creation, one more criteria that we can look is the creation of the storage account. So what are exactly the storage accounts that we wanted to, what exactly, how exactly we can create a storage account? So what are the different types of the storage accounts that we can create? So we are going to talk much about the storage accounts as well, and different databases that we can create, and what are the advantage rather than getting directly from the vendor. So if you are going with the cloud, see, when we take a license, if example, if you are using a MS SQL DB, if you are buying, so we are going to purchase from the service provider. But apart from that, we need to take care of about the compatibility, scalability, everything. Whenever the database is the size is increasing, but the advantage when we go with the cloud is, so we are no need to worry about. So along with the compatibility and the uh, computation which I require, so we'll be getting the service as well. So that is the main advantage. So what are the different types of the DBs that we can create? How exactly we can create? How to do the data manipulation in the DB, like adding simple tables and all we are going to see. So after that, we are going to see about like core services which are present, the basic services we are going to do. So now IoT Hub and all, it is not part of the portal, so we can just see the basics about that. Then the AI services which are present as part of the Azure. So with that again, so we can do certain Azure Active Directory, like when we'll be working on the Azure, so you might be getting from the organization access for the portal. So your accounts via our accounts will be users will be created on the portal. So how to manage multiple users in the Active Directory? So how exactly it will be connected with the subscription? So how to track the billing, and also at the organization level, so what are the different so when we are having multiple services, if you are mounting, so having those services to be secure is the main criteria. So what are the things that we need to follow to make our services secure? So for that, we need to follow our own, means Azure provides the privacy and also certain compliance rules that we can set it up. So what are these are all we can try to manage from our end, we can try to configure from our end. So how to do configurations, we are going to check it. Then, so yeah, so at the organization, every organization looks for, when we are moving to the any of the portal, like how exactly I can maintain the like we should have a certain track of where exactly we'll be getting the bill. So where exactly we're going to spend more, and is it valid? Okay, so if sometimes if it is a service which is running which is not required, we wanted to remove it. So for that, I want to get a proper services which exactly cost how much on based on hours. So for that, how to manage our own cost, so we're going to see how exactly we can do with the portal. So this basically, so apart from that, so we are going to start with the admin. So here individually we are going to see on the AZ900 the simple services we are going to create. Just if it is an app service, just create an app service. What are the different parameters that we are going to add up, how exactly it is dependent? So but when it comes to the Azure administrator, so we are going to take some certain lab scenarios. So we are going to perform. So in that way, you will get a complete understanding about the services as well. So apart from that, you will be getting a more what exactly required for the certification as well. And also from the admin perspective, so what are the backend configuration as an admin will be taking care? Because see, these admin module completely concentrated much on about the area account, like how exactly manage the Azure roles and all. And also apart from that, it is basically managed on the storage account, like services when you are creating. So the networking configuration, how exactly you are going to do. and monitoring how exactly you're going to create. So if you create a individual storage account, how to manage that storage account. So for that reason, when we take up the lab, as we are going to take up as a simple lab, so we are going to create a resources as a like so if we are creating a virtual machine, so when we'll be creating it under the different vnets, so how exactly they are going to communicate each other, so how to establish the various configurations for that. And also when we create a storage account, what are the different storage account that we can create, how to access the files in the storage account, how to provide the authentication authentication for that particular storage account. And also if we wanted to communicate when the storage account is present in different vnet, so if I'll be having a virtual network in the different vnet, so how to communicate between those. And also when we'll be communicating, when we'll be creating a different resources, how exactly we can try to get a um track of the resources, like exactly what exactly happened. Means we can check the activity logs as well, and we can establish the monitoring as well. So if I wanted to establish the monitoring, so we need to set up the log analytic workspace. So this is one of the service we'll be getting. So how exactly, this is one of the important module which is going to help. So so at the dev team, whenever they are working, so this log analytic workspace, what exactly they'll create is, so once they create this log analytic workspace, they're going to get the complete logs from the different services that they had been created. So via this, whenever we go to the application insights, or if you are go to the application gateway, so we can use the Gusto query language. So we will call it as KL. KQL. Okay. So this is a query which will try to filter the data that we want. And also by using this log analytic workspace, means whatever the data that we are going to filter, so we can create various kind of a dashboards as well. And also we can use the monitoring tool. So by using this direct monitor, so we can try to create various kinds of a dashboards. Okay, majorly. And also if we want to do certain POCs, we can create workbooks. So these are all like example. This monitoring is majorly used for the tracking purpose. So how much important to successfully do the coding, do the deployment, and this much value will be present on the monitoring tool. Because so you will be successful if your client is satisfied with the data that you are providing. So in that manner, so this in that aspects when we talk, so this monitoring plays a very much key role. So for that reason, so we can see to monitor the certain logs, we can use all these various options on the Azure. It provides plenty of services, and even we can integrate certain third party tools as well to do much more the organized data if I wanted to have it. So here the major modules that we are going to concentrate is, so we are going to play with this monitor, so and log analytic workspace setup, how exactly we are going to do, and the virtual network, and creating multiple virtual network and creating a resources. And basically we'll start using from here onwards the arm templates only for creating much more required resources by using arm template. So this is what exactly the admin module is going to cover. And also, so the active directory, so how to create multiple roles, how to do bulk import of the users which we are having, bulk create we if I wanted to do, and different types of the passwords that users flow to the external users. So we can do that with the users flow to the external users. So we can do that with the uh, what I can say, so role based access control. So much more with the active directory, so monitoring and also virtual network configurations, the storage accounts we are going to learn in the admin module. So this is majorly covered. And then so we are going to start with the so another one, so the actual DevOps module. So this is Azure. We can see one Azure DevOps is one of the service which provides at the Azure, from the Azure which is going to be provided. So here, so we can try to go to the organization directly. So or we can go with a dev.azure.com as well. So So here we can just try to check about more. Okay, so before we'll start, once we start the Azure AD account that we are going to do, so I have multiple projects which are running, so I'll be getting the option. So which one I just wanted to go with that. So we are going to understand more about this particular board. So how exactly we are going to play with this the board. So once we get into the introduction, so we are going to understand about and using the git commands. So various git commands that we are going to use. So we are going to understand. So and also as part of the board we can see different types of the boards we can set up, like workflow we can create, so agile we can create, scrum, and what's the basic difference between all the four different work process that we follow over here, and how to create a sprint boards, backlogs, and then queries. Apart from that, we are going to see how exactly we are going to maintain the repo and what are the different git commands that we'll be using. And then when it comes to the pipelines, so we are going to create a, once we have my code is ready, so we can set up a pipelines. So as part of the Azure, we can create two different types of the pipelines. So one is we can try to create a the YAML pipelines and the classic editor pipeline. So classic editor is the UI based, so which we can directly get the options and we can try to create the uh, pipelines which I want. And when we'll be creating a classic editor, so first, if I wanted to create a build and release, so I'll be having a separate pipeline. So for build, we are going to use here the pipelines, and again, I need to create a one more release pipeline. But when we'll be creating a YAML pipeline, so that is a scripted one. So here directly, if I wanted to create a new YAML pipeline, so I can go here and directly create it. So as part of this, we are going to learn the basic scripting, basic understanding about the YAML script, how exactly it looks like. So then we are going to start creating the YAML pipelines. And then for the classic editor, as I told, it is a UI base. So we can directly create the pipeline. So yeah, so few pipelines which are present, I can show you. So here we can see and also you can use the Terraform as well. Terraform is a so because if we can connect with this
Mamta,
as yes, tell me.
Mamta, sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
Like, I think there is some glitch in the internet. Like, I'm missing the words. Uh, like it's not a multiple times it happened. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I was not able to. Like, I missed so
Now
many.
is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
proper? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, fine. So I'll just go slow. You just let me know if it is breaking again.
yeah, sure.
Okay. So here when we are creating a pipeline, so whatever YAML pipeline are the uh, classic editor pipeline. So whatever the code repo it is present, so we can pull the code which is present. So then we can build that particular code. Then we can deploy that code into the whatever the environment that I wanted to create. So here if I wanted to create a virtual machine, manually I can create a virtual machine or app service. Then I can target, okay, so whenever we are creating, whenever I wanted to run a pipeline, so I can just show that pipeline which I wanted to connect. So let me show you quickly. So whenever we are going to do configuration, so this is not a YAML classic editor. So we are going to do the release pipeline. We are going to set it up. Okay, so which environment it should deploy the code. So here in the stage one, so we are going to go to the So we are going to set it up as such. So which one I wanted to create. So as part of this Azure App Services, we are going to give the connection type. So here we need to set up certain connection strings and which subscription that we are going to use. So all the configurations we need to do. So we'll be understanding what is exactly this job that we are going to set up. So what are the tasks that we are going to set up? So based on the job and as task that we are going to set up, it is going to create a certain deployment, and also we can run it. So single stage deployment is there, multi-stage deployment is there. So what is the difference between that, how exactly multi-stage deployment works? So we are going to understand. So then so here we can use various forms of the deployments. So we can directly create manually the services here and create a release pipeline. Apart from that, so we wanted to do that is the whenever no need to create regular services, we'll be going with that method. When I want regularly, if I wanted to create multiple resources, let's assume that I wanted to run daily basis my automation scripts. So when I wanted to trigger a pipeline, so it automatically create a VM on the Azure portal. Then my script should run. So after that, so I should able to delete my resources. So during that time, so I can use ARM template or I can use the Terraform code. So when I use this IAC tools, infrastructure code as a code tools. So they will try to help us to create direct commands we can use to create a resources and then update or delete the resources on the Azure portal. So by using this, how exactly we can run the pipeline we are going to see. So before even, so how more about the Terraform commands, how to write the so in the Terraform, we are going to use various kinds of so commands we'll be using, and apart from that, we are going to use different types of the templates for different types of the resource creation. We are going to use it. That we are going to cover. Apart from that, we are going to cover some of the basic scripting. So either if you're connecting with the um, so Cloud Shell, or if you're trying to connect with the PowerShell script, we can try to run and we can execute from the Cloud Shell directly. So if you are writing the scripts as such, how to do execution, how exactly we can play with that, we are going to understand. So this is about simple. So if you can see here as part of the more about, we are going to understand about the board pipelines. Okay, so this is about the Terraform. So basic how exactly the templates that we are going to create on the Terraform we are going to see. So this is about the DevOps module. I think some of the concepts that are not listed here. So like I'll be giving you the basic idea about the Dockers and Kubernetes, because now without means when you are working on the cloud, at least the basic understanding about the Dockers and Kubernetes is much needed for everyone. And even automation also, it is going to help more. So because like when you wanted to run the scripts and all on the multiple uh, so if you are working on the Kubernetes and all, you can create multiple pods and you can try to execute your script. So uh, auto scaling is one of the very much advanced feature which is going to help us as well. So in that way, I'll give you the basic understanding about the Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, so this is about the content. Please do let me know if you have any queries or something. I'll try to share this syllabus copy with you.
Yeah. So Mamta, like the explain you explained us like I as I told like I have a minimal knowledge on Azure, right? So
Mhm.
like some of the things I got it, like some of the things like over the head.
No, actually, it is
Yeah,
like a demo, right? Just I
yeah,
went
yeah,
through what
yeah. That's what.
exactly we are going to do. And see, I'll be sharing you this note. Okay, you
Uh,
go through Aram say. Okay,
yeah,
after you complete the course, like it's not about me. Even
yeah.
you do self study, because when we start initially, if I'm going to start with anything, it feels me very new. So once I dig into it, once I learn, it will be like, okay, this is like oh, this is it, this is that's it, you feel like that.
Yeah, you spoke about the templates and all.
Hmm.
Nothing. Like I don't have
See,
any idea on.
one more thing I'll tell you, at the organization, to be frank, so no one is having handy templates. Okay. So now around there are 1,000 plus ready templates are present. So we'll be using it,
Mm,
and we are going to modify according to our requirement. So here we can see, I'll just show you that. See, these are all like you will get, see, you can just use,
mm,
you want it for the virtual machine to create. Okay. So here, once you go to the from Microsoft only, you will be getting all the templates, and also you can directly do the deployments as well. Okay, so this is for the virtual machines, and you can get it for the virtual machine scale set as well. So directly you will be getting the template, ARM template. Okay. So what exactly do is manually by choosing all the parameters rather than that, so directly you can use this template. So with this, you no need to spend much time. So
mm.
you can go here, there is an option for deployment. So here you can go to the deployment of the scripts, template deployment. So directly you can take the template and create the resource. See, this
Okay.
is also again, people think that it is also takes your manual effort. That's why what they'll do is, whenever they're creating a pipeline, they'll automatically give the template. So once you give the template, whenever you run your release pipeline,
Mm,
automatically that template will be executed, so resource will be created for you. Only thing you should do is whatever the code that you are ready, it will deploy into that environment.
okay.
Okay, so that is the reason when we talk about DevOps, so they end-to-end process will be automated, and after, so they will set up log and tick workspace, and they'll set up dashboards and all.
Mm. No, I'm missing your words, Mamta.
Mamta, can you hear us? Looks like we lost her.
Okay.
Let's give it some time. So, I mean, Mamatha to come back. Yeah. Yeah, she's joining back.
Okay.
Mamta, can you join with yes?
Yeah, sorry, I think it's got disconnected because of network issue. Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Yes, Mamta.
Yeah, Rupa, you can.
So,
Yes, Mamta, that yeah, we can hear you.
yeah, you have any question, Basha? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I mean, I missed in between parallel I'm in another meeting. So
Mm-hmm.
I saw that we are covering Azure Fundamentals, Azure Admin,
Mm,
and we are also going to cover Azure DevOps Experts as well, right?
yes.
Okay.
DevOps?
I mean, that is the one, DevOps Expert level something is there, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it is not the expert level. So it is like what is
Uh,
required to work as a DevOps engineer.
correct. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. See, when you wanted to work as a DevOps, you can work with various. way of creating the pipeline, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
directly template. So, and Terraform, it is one of the best tool that you can use.
Yeah.
So
So
that we are going
and
to
yeah,
cover.
and we're also going to cover on Docker and
Yes,
Kubernetes, right?
yes.
And a
So
Terraform.
I don't take much sessions on that. So I'll give you the basic reference, like the basic, what exactly the Docker image what exactly Docker, how to create a Docker images, uh, and if you wanted to create a simple container for you, how exactly you can go with that.
So I mean, basically, what is required for the as a
Yes,
DevOps engineer, that is
yes.
being going to be covered.
Yeah. And see, when
And
you are going to work as a complete full-time DevOps engineer, and if your organization is following completely on the Docker, right? So
mhm,
you may need certain expertise level. Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, I'm
Mm,
having a confusion, right? I mean, regarding the DevOps and the DevOps automation,
mm,
and I heard about Terraform as well.
mm.
Maybe if you can give me some brief idea, how we are going. I mean, how it is going to
Yeah.
help me if we learn Terraform. I mean, I heard like it is a DevOps automation tool. I'm not sure, but are we going to uh, just touch base it, or going to deep dive into it?
Segregated as a different module. So if your code has to be uh, merged with the master, like if you wanted to deploy that code, you're going to make the pipelines to be set up where exactly you're going to create a build and create a deployment pipelines. So in creating a deployment pipeline, you're going to set up a uh, like after, you can do it in a various ways, like there is a manual intervention is required sometimes, but nowadays what happens, so you don't want anywhere the manual intervention, means no one should be
Looks like again we are losing you,
complete
Mamatha.
automation. Hmm?
Looks like again we are losing your voice.
Yeah, yes, Mamta.
Okay.
Now it is better.
Yeah, give me 1 minute then. Hmm. Now it is better.
Yes.
Okay. So we don't want any manual intervention. So because of that, we are going to set automatic trigger, and also we are going to make the environment setup delete also the automatic process. Like we are going to integrate with our pipeline, ARM templates and Terraform. So which helps us to maintain the automatic resource setup, update and delete also by using the pipeline itself. So in that way, we are going to make the complete process of resource deployment as an automatic.
Okay, I think I got it.
Hmm.
That makes sense. How far we are going to touch base on it? I mean, just wanted to have a overview. Like we're going
Hmm.
to just understand what is a Terraform and how it is going to be, or we are going to deep dive into the concepts of Terraform.
Yes. See, if you as part means if I wanted to ask you to create a Terraform templates, right? At least I can give you what exactly the Terraform, and if you wanted to create a simple module, what are the parameters, minimal things it is required. Then by using Terraform, you can directly you can try to create a resources from your system. See, it's like used in both the ways. One is along with the pipeline. So another one is directly you can from your system, so you can connect to the portal and you can deploy the resources. So first we are going to understand when you will be working on your system, how exactly you can create a resource by using the Terraform template. Then after that we are going to cover, like as part of the pipelines, how exactly we are going to use those templates for the resource creation. So we'll be going
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please go ahead.
uh yeah, so we are going to understand with a basic template form creation. So for various kind of resources, around minimum, I think I can give you the templates for 5 to 6 different types of the resource creation. So how exactly you can create manually, like so without pipelines, and with pipeline, how exactly you can integrate that.
Okay. Got it. Based on that, maybe
Hmm.
I can explore more on it. I
Yes.
mean, so what I understood is like you're going to give us a basic concept, like
Hmm.
how to play with the Terraform. I mean, how to
Hmm.
use a Terraform with Azure DevOps, how we
Hmm.
can integrate it, and
Hmm.
after that, um, we should be in a position to understand
Hmm.
the terminology of Terraform
Yes.
and create a different templates using Terraform. That is correct.
Yes. See, template, once you create that, you if you
Mm-hmm.
want, you need to initialize that. So
Mm-hmm.
basic commands we'll be using init, so then plan and
Yeah.
apply. So if you wanted to delete, destroy, you can use. So these are like
So
you can use it from your terminal as well, your system as well. So same
yeah,
thing we are going to integrate, but the template is different. So you are going to create a virtual machine for your code deployment. So I'll give you the virtual machine with one type of an image. So when in the real time, when you wanted to get the business requirement, so you can explore how to integrate multiple parameters for that template.
okay, got it, got it. I mean, that is completely okay. So I hope you. I think we had a call last time. Not sure over the call. If you
Hmm,
remember my current background, like what
hmm,
I'm doing,
hmm.
and how can I, relate this to switch my career or currently what I'm working, right?
Hmm, hmm. See,
So.
as per my knowledge, now there is more competition for the DevOps engineers as well. Like, if you guys are with testing domain, please you just try to explore more about. You can see basic pipeline creation you can do, but try to explore more about. You can understand how exactly this basic pipeline creation. After that, so you can understand more about the Docker, Kubernetes, how exactly you can do configure if you wanted to run the automation scripts individually, how exactly you are going to do that. And also if you want to integrate the Terraform also with the pipeline. So if you get these major modules more, you will get plenty of opportunities. You can
Sure,
even
sure.
search now with
Mhm.
few strings. So uh, whatever the scope that you are having, whatever the testing experience that you are having, so with that, and even sometimes like with DevOps itself, so you will get more. So with that, if you are very good with the Docker and Terraform, these tools, you will get even better opportunities.
Yeah, got it. I mean, so right now, my designation is senior automation developer.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an opportunity. Like, I mean, I'm right now in a startup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, uh, right now I'm in a startup.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, So I have some opportunities to explore more on Azure DevOps to kickstart Azure DevOps project
Mm-hmm.
in our company.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost 6 years for me, in the
Mm-hmm.
testing domain, and we are the I am also one of the senior resources that is currently right now in our
Mm-hmm.
company. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
since it is just a startup.
Mm-hmm.
So if in case like if I want to explore more and if there are anything that I need clarifications once I get started, maybe I had a discussion with Ganesh as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if in that situation, if I can reach out to you for any guidance.
Definitely. You can reach out. What is there in that?
No, just confirming. I mean, I understand like you will be already tied up with so many things, but kind of a guidance like how to proceed.
That
Because
definitely will provide,
yeah,
Basha. That is not an issue. So even like, I can suggest you in that way. And even if you want, and what I'll suggest you is, as you are in a startup, right? So whatever, 2 to 3 months, like before you switch, right? So if you get some bandwidth, so try to implement something. Okay. So whatever you
yeah,
are learning, so in the current organization, try to implement. Then you will face certain challenges. So you will
correct,
try to
correct.
think of how to overcome, right? That will give you more experience. That
Yeah, yeah.
experience help you to get a more better opportunities.
Yes, yes, yes. So that's the one advantage that I have
Hmm.
right now. I can say.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, so how about the timings? Like,
Yeah, now I just uh yeah, please, can you guys do one favor in that case? So both
mhm.
of you just give me your preferable timings with Ganesh, so I can just what is a preferable timing for both of you, so I can just talk to you regarding that once the
Yeah,
Ganesh confirms
I
that.
already given some clarity on that part to
Hmm.
Ganesh. Maybe
Hmm.
Ganesh, if you would like to bring up something.
Rupa, are you good?
Mamta, so I need to check. Um, I have to check with the CET and the IST time.
That is the reason.
I'll yeah, I'll mention. I'll talk to Ganesh regarding the timings.
Sure, sure. So, regarding that timing, so Bhasha, you are available only between 10 to 12, right? Morning.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. See,
Okay.
morning 10 to 12, I
Mm,
can stretch maybe 1 more hour.
mm.
Yeah, not more
Like
than that.
till 1 o'clock, right?
Yeah, yeah, not
Okay.
more than.
Yeah, fine. So regarding timings, I'll confirm. Means Ganesh, please do let me know once you discuss with Rupa as well, how exactly we should be continuing. Yeah. So then I'll confirm
Sure,
with
sure,
Ganesh.
Mamta. Just check with
So
her.
10 to, I'm okay with 10 to 12 or in between 10 to 12 or 11 to 1 is fine for me. I can manage.
Because if it is a CST,
Thank
like
you.
since she's in another land, and it will
So which time zone is it? CET?
Yes.
I think if it is CET, for you 10 a.m.
Yeah.
India will be 1:30.
Uh, Sorry.
No,
Ganesh, sorry to disturb you guys. So can I drop now? It's been late for me.
Yeah, yeah, for me as well.
yeah,
Ganesh, you just give me a word once you confirm with both of them.
let me speak to them, and I'll confirm you.
Sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank
Any
you so much.
your end? Nothing, right?
Sorry?
Apart from your end, any questions?
No, no, no. I don't have any questions. So, guys, I'll share you the content with you guys. So, you can go through that. And if you have any other queries, you can reach out to me, Ganesh. So, we'll respond back to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
sure, sure.
thank you, Mamta.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.